Hey guys, so before I start, I want to first apologize for the sound of my voice. I have a chest infection, and two, any random noises that you can hear in the background, because this is the only time I had to film this, so I'm sorry. This is the quietest it is as well. So I went online the other day and I asked you guys to send me questions on my Tumblr page, and I let you guys do it anonymously, and it was an experience. So today I'm going to answer anonymous questions from my Tumblr inbox. Let's go. Which part of your career up until now has been the funniest part, and why? So it has to be the atrocity that was my hair in the wonderful music video. So I got a text saying, oh, it'd be cool if your hair was red for this music video because of the colors, the greens, it'll look really cool. So I was like, awesome, amazing. This text came from a group of guys, as you can imagine, that didn't know the difference between red, auburn, or ginger. So they meant a tinted ginger in the fringe, and I went all out pillar box, and hilarity ensued. And I have to live with it forever. Have you ever had a one-night stand? No, but I've owned a bedside table. Nah, but legit, I've never had a one-night stand. What is your boob size? Ha 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 ha. Can we put a unit of measurement upon something that ceases to exist? There's a bee. There's a wasp. It's a wasp. It's a wasp. Which of your music videos was the most fun to make? It was Creatures of the Night, and it was because I didn't have to be in it, and it was animation, so it was a win-win situation for everyone all around. If you could somehow exchange your vocal talent for a different instrument, which would your top 3 be, and why? Firstly, piano. I just think it's a great, expansive instrument that I would love to be able to master. You know, and you can obviously just put effects on it once you master it, and it can be loads of different instruments. Second would be drums, because I started off as a drummer and I always wanted to be good at it, but I cannot keep rhythm to save my life, so that would be pretty cool. And my third one would be the harp, because it's a renowned instrument for being difficult to learn how to play, but it's beautiful, and yeah, it'd be pretty cool. What about yourself disappoints you the most? That I'm human, and that's all I'll ever be, and if you're human, you're born destined to fail at almost everything, but you can try your best. And I can only try my best and do my best and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, still human. And life happens, you know, so. If you knew you was going to... If you knew you was going to die in 7 days, what would you do before your time was up, and why? 7 days. Okay, I would go to Ireland, record the album in hopefully 4 days. I don't know, I'd have to obviously make day. And then the rest of the time I would spend with my family and friends. And then on my last day, I would have an open celebration at my house, just being like, guys, anyone at all that wants to come over, and we can have a big party before the end of it all, because death should be a celebration and not a means for sadness, in my opinion. So I want to put the fun funeral, pre-funeral party, you know what I mean? So there's just constantly people walking past. It's really annoying. What's something that you've always hid about yourself that you now feel strong enough to share publicly? That I'm a member of the Illuminati. I'm also a lizard person and a flat earther. But I have no shame. This is my honest video where I come out and tell you that I'm a lizard person. Romantically, do you like to be chased or to do the chasing? I like to stay far away, sit in the bushes, and just watch from a distance, with them blissfully unaware of my presence. This is my Kickstarter for me to get a good pair of binoculars. Thanks. If you were a pasta, would you like to be eaten with a spoon or a fork? It's impossible to know, really. If you could ask your elderly future self one thing, what would it be? One thing. Are you happy? Would probably be the biggest question for me, because I want to know if I'm happy as an old people, you know? It's important. Now, this is a question I get a lot. Are you asexual? Asexuals, by the way, are people who don't feel sexual attraction to other people. And no, I'm not. I know people like to bracket things these days, so if I had to put myself in a bracket, it would be demisexual, which basically means I don't feel sexual attraction towards someone unless I have romantic feelings, be it really liking someone or loving someone. I don't get I have no sexual attraction towards them, whatever, you know. I might see someone attractive out in public and just be like, wow, they're a work of art. But just like a work of art, I just admire it and think, wow, like, congratulations on your really cool gene pool. You look great. Beyond that, there's nothing. Like, I don't think, oh, let's get this person home and into my bed. It just goes right over my head, to be honest. So yeah, maybe like someday if I love someone, you know, that's whenever I would get those feels, you know, get those feels. Do you believe that God exists? Yeah, I would say so, considering I've dedicated quite a lot of body space to God tattoos. I would like to hope so. I like to believe that something exists. God can be quite a dirty word these days. So I sometimes don't use it. I say the universe to some people because that seems more palatable. But yeah, I believe that something exists for sure. What that is, I have no idea. But pray to it nonetheless, you know what I mean? Do you always see yourself living in London? Would it be right to guess you'd like to live somewhere less hectic and more chilled, but your career is keeping you there? It's a difficult question. Like, my ideal life would be in America, and I'd have a ranch, and I'd have a studio, and it would be amazing. But yes, I do live here for career reasons. Also, I think I always dreamed of living in the city in my 20s, do you know, and then moving back out to the countryside after that, wherever that may be, and just being with the land and animals and the niceness and making music, you know. So hopefully someday I'll reach the point where I don't have to live in the city to make the jams, you know. What Harry Potter house are you in? I'm a Hufflepuff. If a fan was to see you out in the wild, would you be happy for them to approach you? Yes, most definitely. Because the alternative is harder to deal with when people just stare at you from a distance, and then you get paranoid because you're like, what have I got on my face? Am I dressed weird? What's going on? And then you find out later that day when you've checked Twitter and someone's like, oh, I seen you here. I was too afraid to come up and say hello. You're like, I wish you did, because I went home completely paranoid. But I understand why people can't do it, but do feel free. You have my permission. Come up to me whenever you want. It's fine. I'm chill. Who was your first love? Fun bit of trivia here. I've never really been in love. Obviously minus that whole puppy love thing, which doesn't really count. Yeah, never been in love. Fun. You've mentioned self-confidence issues before, but what is something you like about yourself physically? Moving swiftly on. In case I ever bought you a drink, what's your poison? Orange juice? Diet Coke? I don't know. I still don't drink, so something non-alcoholic. Surprise me. Do you sometimes relate to the glass bones and paper skin guy from SpongeBob due to your currently undiagnosed illness? Even before I have whatever I have, I always related to glass bones, paper skin guy. He's my spirit animal. How do you feel about long distance relationships as a musician? Quite honestly, every relationship is a long distance relationship for me, both emotionally and sometimes physically, so. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. But for now, I hope you're having a happy day and that the world is treating you the way you deserve. So, bye.